Most millionaires don't wear designer, they don't drive luxury cars, and frankly, they are not trying to impress anybody. That's one of the biggest myths the book, The Millionaire Next Door, breaks down, and I think more people need to hear. Hi, I'm Tamara, and whether it's your first time here or not, welcome, thanks for watching. I share simple videos about financial clarity, peace, and living a life that feels good. Point number 1, most real millionaires do not look rich. This is one of the first things revealed in the book, and it's what a lot of people don't expect. They live in quiet neighborhoods, they drive regular cars, and they're more focused on freedom rather than flexing their wealth. The research in the book found that most millionaires live in homes around $400,000. Many of them drive cars on average 4 years old, often used and not luxury. They budget, they plan, and they value their independence more than attention. I think that this really matters, especially now. Sometimes we're constantly being sold a different story, especially on social media, that wealth should show, that success means designer labels, upgraded everything, and a lifestyle where you're constantly trying to keep up. But a lot of people who look wealthy are actually living off credit. And the people who are actually wealthy, well, you'd probably never guess. Here is a good question to ask yourself. Do you want to look rich or do you want to be free? Point number 2, most millionaires have average incomes, but extraordinary habits. This book makes one thing clear. You really don't need a very high income in order to build wealth. You really need consistent habits and a mindset that values peace over performance. The author studied hundreds of millionaires, and they found that a lot of them were not earning 6 figures when they started to build their wealth. In fact, many of them had average jobs, teachers, engineers, small business owners. But what really set them apart was they lived well below their means and made intentional choices year after year. It says that it's really discipline and consistency, not just dollars, that actually builds financial freedom. Point number 3, financial independence comes from planning and not from luck. One of the clearest patterns in this book is millionaires aren't just earners, they're actually planners. They budget, they set long-term goals, they know what they're aiming for, and they're tracking their progress. It doesn't mean necessarily that they're living a very rigid life or a very restrictive life. It simply means they make decisions with intention and not just out of impulse. The research found that 60% of the millionaires studied actually had a detailed budget. And I know that word budget for some people brings on stress and anxiety. But here's the thing. If you don't know where your money is going, then you're never going to be able to plan properly. I have a video that talks about a simplified way to budget that helps make it easier. I'll link that somewhere here on the screen as well as in the description below, and that may help you. Point number 4, millionaires value freedom over status. This is a quiet truth. It's not vocalized very much. A lot of millionaires really are not trying to impress anybody. They are not chasing luxury. Instead, they're focusing on what matters most, and that's freedom. They are not driven by how things look. They are driven by how life feels. Calm, clear, and on their own terms. Some people are falling victim to the noise around them, to people telling them what they should do to look successful. I understand that money can be very emotional. A lot of people are spending money to feel accepted, to feel validated, to feel like they're enough. But the Millionaire Next Door reminds us that true wealth is quiet, invisible even. Try this. Take an area of your life, whether it's the car you drive, the house you're living in, the clothes you wear, even the types of vacations that you plan, and ask yourself this question. If no one else ever saw this, would it still be important to spend my money on? That answer can reveal whether you're spending for peace or you're spending for approval. Point number 5. A lot of millionaires are self-employed, or they're thinking like owners even if they have a career. This might surprise some people. A lot of millionaires aren't CEOs of major corporations. They were small business owners building quietly, consistently, and with intention. Even those who worked a 9 to 5 still thought like owners. They lived below their means, saved aggressively, and invested with purpose. Whether or not you want to be self-employed, the bigger lesson here is millionaires build systems and they let their money work for them. You should ask yourself, am I just functioning like a worker instead of thinking like an owner? So if you are in a traditional job, you can still shift your mindset. Start by treating your 9 to 5 like a business, something that you're managing with clarity, with boundaries, with purpose. Now, I have a video where I break that down and I think it would help you. I'll link it here or in the description below, and it's how to treat your 9 to 5 like a business. This book, The Millionaire Next Door, offers a very powerful reminder that wealth isn't always loud. Sometimes it really just looks like quiet consistency, grounded values, and a life that feels free, not just busy all the time. It's not about impressing others. It's about building something that's solid, something that's sustainable, something that is your own. If that's the kind of life you're creating, well, you are in the right place. I share videos like this to help encourage you, to help shift how you think about money, about life. So if you have not already, go ahead and hit subscribe and like this video, and let's keep growing together. Thank you so much for watching today. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Take care.